What's up? I'm on Vindictus, all that good stuff. My day is going pretty good. Hopefully yours is. You can always leave a comment on that if you wish. You gotta take for what it is that you know is for what is the standard. Amongst for what it is that you wish to be amongst that standard. And lock and load and get ready to fire. For what it is that you wish to aspire. Cannot just sit it idly by without putting it amongst for where it is that is your ammunition. For where it is that you will go, you must have your ammunition. And it must be locked and loaded. Or how can you fire something if it is not loaded? So this dream or aspiration that you wish to have, do you have for what it is you are required to have? Or is it that that is something that you wish to try to get last? How do you expect for the progress you wish to have had if you do not put for what you know you need, for where and how you need? You must have it locked and loaded. Or how can you tell that everything is the way that it should be? If it is, you do not know for what standard is required and must be. As far as with your dream and aspiration, no matter field, profession, or craft, you must know for what the leaders of that craft use for what it is that is their ammunition. If not, then how can you compete with a better ammunition? Lock and load for what it is you know. Gain the information for what it is that you do not know. And the proof of how strong your ammunition is, it is definitely shown. But it must be at the point, if it is you wish to use it, it must be in the proper place, locked and loaded if you wish to use it. No matter field, craft, or profession, every person amongst that profession learns for what the other happens to use, what works for them, and what is best to use. No matter how, where, or when. If you do not have for what might be your reason, locked and loaded, to endure the season, how can it be that you will outlast that particular season? If you fail to do so, can you use it when it is that you need it? Or do you not have it where it is that you need it? Lock and load for what it is that you need to know. Show for what amongst that you know. You can have it, but if you do not put it where it is proper to be, how do you expect to have any result? If you do not have bullets, you cannot use for what might be your gift or your aspiration. When speaking, like I am, about this aspiration, more or less, kind of an analogy, or another way to explain it that might be different than a simple analogy. But how can it be that you could use for what you could if you did not have it locked and loaded so that you could use it good? Basic logic, as far as these things go, can even cause ripples if it is the proof of what you do works, and it shows. For it only starts with one person. No matter for what change, it always starts with one person. No matter for what it might be. No matter for what in the end result you happen to see. It always starts with one. Now, as it is, we continue. You may have noticed I paused before I happen to have continued. If it is that you do not have for this, you need to load and have it locked and loaded for all to know. You do not always have the time to pause to lock and load. So, amongst for what it is you need to know, for what profession and craft, do you have it? And is it locked and load? Or is that for you? An answer that is no. The proof of that it will show when it is time to use. At that point, for what you should have, at that point, locked and load. If you are not ready for what it is that you are trying to do, as far as that, as the analogy that I am giving to you, which one is it? Is it this? Or are you at a point like this? You might want to start locking and loading, because then you might actually be able to start going. But until you do, how much in truth can be accomplished if you do not lock and load for what is required for whatever it is that you wish to accomplish? Well, that looks like all the time I have for now. So, until next time.